Hey guys, this is Bhushan and you are watching cloudyrathor, and in this video we are going to learn about the very important topic, and that is data structures in the Python. Guys, whenever you want to go for a bigger project, if you want to go, if you are planning to learn about the Django or what we so called Django web frameworks, and before going for the Django framework, or before going for machine learning or data science and whatever you want to learn about, so this data structure is very important because this is the essential part of Python web development or Python development. So this video is going to become big, so try to watch it till end. Okay, so I will cover every topic, means the list, tuple, dictionary, and set. This is very important topics, and I try to cover all these things in detail. So let's start. So guys, in Python we have these 4 data structure, and these are very important, that is list, tuple, dictionary, and set. So how to deal with the same? So first of all, we will learn how to recognize if you download any code from the Git, and now it's time to recognize the list. So you can recognize the list with the help of square bracket. Okay, so if you want to recognize the list, so a list is recognized by the square bracket, then it is mutable. So the most important thing is, means in this entire video I will repeat this statement again and again so that you can remember it. So list is recognized by the square bracket, it is mutable, and it is ordered. Now guys, whenever I said mutable, it means we can change the values, we can change the elements inside the list. Okay, so list is a mutable, list is ordered. Okay, so what it is, we will see it later. So list is a collection. So the first question is, what is list means? So list is a collection. Now you may say that okay, it's a collection, then array is also collection. But guys, array is a collection of similar data type, but list is a collection of anything. Means you can make a list of any data types. Means this list contain a string, this list contain integer, float, and whatever it may be. So list is a collection. List is ordered, means the way we insert the data inside the list, in the same way it will show the data. So list is ordered, list is changeable, because as I already told you, it is mutable. So list is changeable, and list duplicate members, means we can duplicate the member inside the list. Okay, so what the different operations, or what are the different functions we can do with the list? So we can append the data, then we can clear it, copy, count, extend, index, insert, pop, remove, reverse, and sort. Okay, so because this is mutable, and that's why we can append the data, we can insert the data, we can pop the data, remove, and reverse. So one by one we will try to do so. Okay, so this is example. So one by one we will try to execute all these things. So let's I start the PyCharm, and then we will start the hands-on on the same. So in this series I try to do hands-on as much as possible. So okay guys, one by one we will try to execute all these things together. Okay, so first of all, I will make one list. As I already told you, list is made by square bracket. So this is the empty list, and in this list I will put some data. Okay, so I will put some data, that is Mercury. Okay, so I put data like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Now it's time to print the list. So here I'll try to print the list, so with the help of print. So now it's time to run the same. Okay, just run the code, and here we got the data. Okay, So here we have our list, that is Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. So how this is look like. Okay, now it's time to append some data, because as I already told you, this is mutable, so we can append the data inside it. So we need to append some data. So write the name of the list, then x dot append. Now it's time to, so as we already put Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, now it's time to input Saturn. Okay, so here's Saturn. Now we'll check we'll try to print after appending the data. So here I'll again print the same, and now you can see here in our previous list we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, and now we just append the Saturn inside in it. So we got the updated list. Okay, so in the same way we can even access the data with the help of with the help of index. So if I want to access the value or the element at second position, so we can even print and then execute the same. So here we know that at the second position we have Earth, because this is the 0th position, this is one position, and this is second position. So at the second position we have Earth, so we got the data, or we got the element at the second position. Now sometimes we require to find out the length of the list, because if you are working on a bigger project, at that time we generally import so many libraries, or we import or we store some data inside the list, and at that time we need to check the length of the list. So how to check the length of the list? So just write length and this, then the name of the list, and then you can print it. So here we got the number 6, because in our list we have 6 items, that is 0, 1, 2, 3. Now you can see 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, just a minute. Print and then X and then print it. Now 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so 0 to 5 we have 6 elements, and that's why we got the number 6. In the same way we can remove some data from the list. So x dot remove, and now I want to remove Earth from this list. Okay, so EARTH, then execute the same. Okay, we want to find out the after effect, so we need to print the list again. Now here you can see in our previous list we have Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, and now we have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, because we removed the list, remove the Earth from the list. So here x dot remove Earth, and we successfully remove the Earth from this list. Now in the same way guys, we can do some addition. Suppose if I have one ready-made list and I want to copy one list into the another in another empty list. So suppose y equals to, I have one empty list and I want to copy the elements from list X into the list Y. Now how I can copy? So just write down y dot copy, means y is your empty list, y dot copy, and then write X, and now it's time to print the new list, that is Y. Now once you execute the same guys, copy, take one argument. So okay, so we need to write in this way. So y equals to copy of X. Okay, sorry, a copy of X instead of x dot copy. So it will successfully copy the data, and then it's time to execute. And then in our previous list, we need to again find out which list it is. So just write down in this way and then print the Y, and here we can write in this way and just print the X. So here we can see in our list X we have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, and in our empty list we copied the element all the elements from the X into the element Y. So we successfully copied all the elements from X into the Y. Now can we do, or can we concatenate, or can we add to list? Yes, we can. So I will take one Z, the list Z, and I try to copy the elements from X plus Y. Now it's time to print the same. Now try to print the value, or try to print the list Z. Now here you can see okay, for our convenience we can write in this way so that we can understand which list is copying, which list is showing. So here in list X we have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, and in list Y we have the same element, but when we concatenate two lists or we add two lists, we got the elements like this. We got the elements from X and Y. So in our list Z we got Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn, then we repeat the same thing. So to illustrate this, we can even append some data. For example, if I want to append some data like Z comma, okay, I want to append some data like Y dot append, and inside the Y I want to add Uranus. Okay, so here in the Z list we got the Uranus, because this is different, because in list X we have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter and Saturn, and in list Y we have Mercury, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Saturn and Uranus, and in Z we got the addition of two list. In the same way guys, we can do so many things like removing the elements from the list and so on. So instead of talking all this thing, because this video is going to this is going to become big video, so instead of talking lots of things, we will try to cover the essential part of the same data structure. Now the second thing is, once we covered the list, now the second thing is tuple. Now guys, in list we understand, or we realize that in list we can recognize the list with the help of square bracket. It is ordered and it is mutable list. But what about the tuple? So tuple is immutable. Now guys, I require your special attention here. Tuple is immutable. It is recognized by this round bracket. Okay, we can create the tuple with the help of round bracket. It is immutable and it is again ordered. So what is immutable? We will see it in our hands-on. So it is immutable, it is ordered. A tuple is a collection which is ordered and unchangeable. So whenever I said immutable, means we cannot change any value inside the tuple. And in Python, tuple are written in rounded bracket. Okay, so what we can do with the tuple, means what are the different operations we can do with the tuple? So we can create a tuple, display the element from the tuple, obviously add one item in the tuple. I don't know, because I will try to show you what are the different problems while adding the same, because as I already told you, tuple is immutable. So we will again try to add some data in the same way we added the data in the list. So we will try to add one item in the list, then change the item on the index 2. We will also try the same thing, then check the item in the tuple and display messages if present. Okay, so one by one we will try to do all these operations. Now we will try to do these operations here. Okay, so one by one we will try to cover all these things. So instead of making this tuple from the scratch, I will just change the list into tuple. Okay, so I will change the list into tuple. So I'll change it, and then I will copy this tuple from here to here, so for our convenience. Now, so what is the proof that, because as I already told you, this is a if we make any list with a if we make any data structure with the help of square bracket, so we called it list. Then what is the proof? Now suppose if I want to give you the proof, now see it carefully. So here we have x and here we have y, and now I try to print the type of the x. So here we can find out the type of the x and type of the y. Okay, so here we have type of y. Now try to print it, and here you can see our first data structure is list and the second data structure is tuple. Okay, so here we have x is a list and y is a tuple, and it is proof that Python recognize this is as a list and this is as a tuple. Now it's time to do some operations on the tuple. Now so here we have this tuple. Now we will try to do some operations. Okay, now it's time to print the tuple, so just print it. So print the tuple. Now we got the, so here we got the output of the tuple in the round bracket. Now we will try to access some values from the tuple. Okay, so I want to access the value at position 2. Okay, now we got the value from position 2, that is at the 0th position we have Mercury, at the 1st position we have Venus, and at the 2nd position we have Earth, and we successfully got the values from the Earth. Okay, now it's time to, we will try to access the same tuple with the help of negative indexing. So I want to access it by -2 and then again execute it. So here we got the output, that is Mars, because from -1 and -2 we got Mars, because from if we pass the negative indexing, so we got the output from the back. Okay, now in the same way we will try to find out the length of the same, length of the tuple. So in the same way we can find the length of the tuple. So here we can find the length. So here we got the value 5. Now we will try to add some elements inside in it. Okay, now suppose I have y dot append, and I want to append some value just like Mercury, Venus, Earth, Mars, Jupiter. Okay, I want to add Saturn inside in it, Saturn, and then I want to print it y. Okay, so as soon as I execute the same, I got the output, because as at the starting of this session, means at the starting of the session I told you every time I will repeat the same thing, which types of data it is, and as I already told you, tuple is immutable. So as soon as I try to append some data inside the tuple, it gives us error, that is tuple object has no attribute tuple, because we cannot add some data inside the tuple, and that's why, as I already told you, this is immutable. So can we do the same thing over here? Means can we add two tuples together? Okay, we will try to do so. So here I will try to add and here I will try to add the two tuples. Okay, yes we can. Okay, first I will comment it and then I will try to show execute the same. So here we got the updated tuple, that is we can successfully add two tuples. Okay, so these are the different operation we can do with the tuple. Okay, now here guys, the third data structure is dictionary. So if you want to make dictionary, then we required a curly braces with colon inside in it, and then it is mutable. So dictionary is mutable and it is unordered. But later on we will see why it is unordered and why we called it mutable. So the first thing we need to know that dictionary is a collection. Obviously it's a collection, just like list and tuple. It's unordered, changeable and indexed. Then dictionaries are written with curly brackets having keys and values. Then how to create the dictionary? Now we will try to create the dictionary. So in the same way we will try the same example, that is my dict, and in my dict we will create the empty dictionary, and then we will start, for example, suppose planet, and we will write earth, then this satellite, then we will give only one satellite we have, that is natural satellite, and for example distance from sun. Now we will write the distance from sun, that is 6, and now it's time to print the dictionary. So we'll print the dictionary by just giving the name of the same and then execute it. So once we will execute this code, we will get this output, that is the complete dictionary, means whatever the dictionary we just created. But the actual power of dictionary is its value and key. Okay, so suppose if I want to fetch the value. Okay, now in the same way, if we want to call the value, okay, how to access the item. So if I want to access the item from the dictionary, then I need to print the dictionary name along with its key. So let's try the same, and we will find the value, means if we pass the key, then we will get the value of the same. So I will pass the key, that is planet, and then I'm expecting for the output. So here when I pass the key, that is planets, I got the answer, that is earth, because this is the key and this is the planet is the key and earth is a value. So this is how the dictionary is worked. Okay, now what are the different operations we can do with the dictionary? Okay, so there are so many operations we can do with the dictionary, but in this video we will I'm just trying to tell you that how to create the dictionary and how to access the value, means by passing the key of the same. Now the next topic is, guys, the next topic is set, because as I already told you, there are 4 types of data structure which are very important, and right now we are talking about the set. And in our childhood days, in our school days, we learn about the set theory. Okay, so this is the same way, means we will work on the set. So here how to create the set, so with the help of curly braces and then using one comma. So here we can see set is created by the curly braces with one comma, and it is unordered and unindexed. Okay, so set is a collection, it is unordered and unindexed, and set are written with curly bracket. So now try to focus, guys. Here set is unordered, and the second thing is it's unindexed. I'm not talking about the mutable or immutables. Here I said it is unordered and unindexed, means we cannot access the items or we cannot access the element by using any index. Okay, so let's try means what are the different operations we can do. Now before doing the operations, we need to know that we cannot access items in a set by index value. Sets are unordered and it has no index, as I already told you, but we can use for loop to access the items from the set. So we can change specific value in the present in a set by using the in keyword. We will use it, and we cannot change item of set, but we can add new items. Let's try. So these are the different operations we can do with the sets. So first of all, I will comment this code. Okay, so first of all I will comment this code, and let's make one set. So here I will create one set, that is my set, and then with the help of curly braces, then Mercury, comma, Venus, comma, Earth. Okay, so here we created one set. Now it's time to print it. So we will see how it will look like, then execute the same, and this is how the set is look like. Okay, now it's time to access the values or the elements of the sets. So as I already told you, we can access the elements with the help of for loop. So in my set, and here we will print the value of x. Okay, and now execute the same. So here we got all the values from the set with the help of for loop. Now what the other things we can do with the set? Now we can add. Can we add? Okay, we will try to add. Okay, so here I will write my set dot add, and then I will try to add Mars in it. Okay, and then I will print the same again. My set, I will try to print, and then here this is our first list, this is our first set, and this is the set after adding. Okay, because I when we start this topic, I said that it is unordered and it is unindexed. I'm not not talk about mutable or immutable. Okay, now the next thing is we will try to update it. So my set dot update. Okay, and now we will try to update something. So I will try to update the Jupiter with the Saturn. Okay, so here Jupiter and Saturn, or we will try to update some more planets in it. Okay, so it's a Jupiter, okay, then Saturn, and then I will try to again print it. So my set, and then print it. But here we got the strange output, that as soon as I try to update it, it gives the strange output. That is, when I try to update the Saturn and Jupiter, it's take each and every character of the same. Okay, so this is how when we try to update the value, that is when we try to update the elements in the set. Okay, we will also try to rectify it. Okay, now the next thing we can do is to remove the elements. So here we will write remove, and then again we will print it, and then my set, and now it's time to execute it. Okay, so here we got the output, that is no module apt_pkg. Okay, so we forgot to which elements we want to remove. So here I want to remove Earth, and then execute the same. So in our previous set we have Earth, Venus, Mars and Mercury, and in this set we have Venus, Mars and Mercury. So we successfully remove the element. Now one more thing we can do is popping the value. So here I will write pop, and then I will print the value. So here I will print the value, print the set, and here I got the value, that is Earth, Mercury, Mars. But which value is popped? Now it's time to print it. Okay, now I like to show you something. Now this is our, okay, this is our this is how we insert the values inside the tuple. So here we have Mercury first, then Venus, then Earth. But when we try to execute it, Now here we can see we insert in this form Mercury, Venus, Earth, and here when we print the value and when we print the set, here we got the output in this way, that is Mercury, Earth, and Venus. But here at the time of insertion or at the time of creation of this set, we placed the Earth at the second position, that is 0th position, first position, and third position, second position. And here when we try to print the output, we got the value at the first position. And this is how that's why I told you that this set is unordered, because whenever we try to display the elements of the set, it always print the value in an unordered way, and that's why we cannot index it, because there is no proper order, and that's why we can't index it. And that's why I told you guys the set is unordered and unindexed, because of its unorderedness we cannot index it. In the same way, we can do some more operations, just like, for example, my set dot clear, and here we will get my my print, and then my set, and then we will try to print it, and here we got the empty set. So guys, this is how the most important data set of Python works. So there are several ways to join two or more sets in the Python, because we already learned the set theory in our school days, and we know there is one operation, because actually there are so many options, there are so many functions we can use with the set. But union we know very well, that is union method returns a new set containing all the elements from both sets, where update insert the value in a set. So suppose I have two sets, that is first set contains ABC and second set contains 1 2 3, and then when I try to union both the set, then we will see what we can access, or what the result we will get. Okay. So here I will comment it first, and then I will make two set, that is set1 set underscore 1 equals to, here I have suppose 1 comma 2 comma 3, and here I have set2 then 3 comma 4 comma 5, and then when I try to union, so here I will make set 3, then set 3 equals to set 1 dot union of set 1, union of set 2. Now we will try to print the value of set 3. So here in our set 1 we have three values, that is 1 2 and 3, and in our set 2 we have three value, that is 3 4 and 5, and there is 3 is common in both the set. Now when we execute the same, we will get 1 2 3 4 5, because we are doing union operations on the two set, and that's why we got this type of output, that is 1 comma 2 comma 3 comma 4 comma 5. Okay, so what are the different operations we can do with the set? We can add the elements to the set, we can clear or remove all the elements from the set, then we can copy the elements, return a copy of the set, then difference we can do, then difference update, then we can do discard operation, then intersection update is disjoint, and so on. Okay, so these are the important data structure we covered in this video guys. If you like this video, please subscribe the channel, like the video, and try to share it as much as possible. So next time we will meet with a new topic. Till then, bye bye.